You won't believe what went down at the US Open. Taylor Townsend takes the win. Jelena Ostapenko takes the loss. But instead of a normal handshake, everything explodes. Ostapenko leans in, drops a brutal insult, and the whole stadium goes silent. Within minutes, the clip is everywhere. Fans are outraged, social media is on fire, and the tennis world can't stop talking about it. So what exactly happened on Court 11 that night? And why are people saying this could follow Ostapenko for the rest of her career? Late August, New York City. Court 11 at the US Open was buzzing. The stands were packed, the crowd was loud, and the summer air felt heavy, like something big was about to happen. On one side of the net, Taylor Townsend, the hometown favorite, a player who's been counted out more times than she can remember. On the other, Jelena Ostapenko, the 2017 French Open champion, known as much for her firepower as for her fiery temper. From the very first point, you could feel the tension. Ostapenko came out swinging, blasting winners, storming to a 5-3 lead. But just when it looked like the night might end quickly, Townsend dug deep. The American rallied, game after game, and suddenly, the crowd was on their feet. She steals the first set 7-5. And from there, it's all Townsend. 9 games in a row, unstoppable, taking the match in straight sets. The comeback was electric. The crowd was thunderous. This should have been the perfect story. But as the players walked to the net, that's where the real drama began. Now here's where everything flipped. The match ends, the crowd's still roaring, and both players walk to the net. Normally, this is where the tension drops. A quick handshake, some respect, and everyone moves on. But instead, Jelena Ostapenko leans in and says, "No class, no education." 4 little words, caught perfectly on camera, and they hit like a bomb. Then she doubles down. Outside the US, it's different. The crowd gasps, some fans start booing, and Taylor Townsend just stands there, staring right back. She doesn't yell, she doesn't fight. She just raises her arms, and the stadium answers for her. In seconds, the handshake turned into the biggest talking point of the tournament. Within minutes, the handshake clip was everywhere. X, TikTok, Instagram, you name it. Fans replayed the moment again and again. Ostapenko leaning in, saying, "No class, no education." Townsend holding her ground. Hashtags like #Team Townsend and #Team Ostapenko started trending, and the comments were brutal. Some people tried to defend Ostapenko, saying she was upset about a let-cord point that Townsend didn't apologize for. But the majority? They weren't buying it. Screenshots of Ostapenko pointing her finger went viral with captions like, "Sore loser of the US Open." Meanwhile, clips of Townsend lifting her arms to the crowd were shared as the ultimate clapback. What should have been a simple second-round match had just turned into a global headline. After the match, things didn't cool down. They only got hotter. Taylor Townsend walked into her press conference calm but direct. She confirmed exactly what Ostapenko said, "No class, no education." And she explained why those words weren't just trash talk. For her, it cut deeper. Townsend said those words echoed the same prejudice she and so many others have faced their whole lives. The room went silent. Reporters were stunned, because suddenly this wasn't just about tennis, it was about respect and about history. Then came Ostapenko's turn. Instead of backing down, she defended herself. She said she wasn't being personal, just upset about a let-cord shot Townsend didn't apologize for. She called it bad etiquette, said it was something you wouldn't see outside the US. But instead of calming things down, that only poured fuel on the fire. Fans and analysts jumped all over her comments, asking, was this really about etiquette or something more? And this is when the tennis world itself stepped in. The first big voice, Naomi Osaka. At her own press conference, she didn't dodge the question. She went straight at it.
How do you react to something like that when you hear that?
Yeah, I mean, I saw that part, obviously. It's been on the TV like every 15 minutes. I mean, it's really difficult to say. I think, obviously, it's one of the worst things that you can say to a black tennis player in a majority white sport.
Osaka said calling a black player uneducated isn't just an insult. It's a reminder of years of prejudice. The room erupted in applause, and suddenly Ostapenko's words were bigger than just one match. Then Ajla Tomljanovic chimed in, bringing up her own infamous clash with Ostapenko at Wimbledon 2021, where she accused her of faking an injury.
Ostapenko still complaining.
Can I play half them? No, I have to. I cannot continue. I need now. For my abdominal, I pulled my abdominal.
I pulled my abdominal. I cannot play. I need to train it now.
I have pain. I need to play.
But you know she's lying, right? We all know.
Fans remembered instantly. This wasn't new behavior. Even Sloane Stephens and Madison Keys dropped their opinions. Stephens tweeted simply, "Respect matters." Keys said on a podcast, "No win is worth losing basic respect," and that was enough. The narrative was clear. Most of the tennis world was standing behind Townsend, while Ostapenko's image slipped further and further into the villain role. By this point, it wasn't just fans and players, it was the entire sports world weighing in. Taylor Townsend suddenly became more than just a winner of a second-round match. She was being celebrated as a symbol of pride and composure. Fans packed her next practice sessions just to cheer her on. Headlines praised the way she handled the insult without losing her cool. Meanwhile, Jelena Ostapenko's image was taking hit after hit. Memes labeled her the bad girl of tennis. Sponsors started quietly stepping back, and every old controversy from her career was being dragged back into the spotlight. And that's the brutal part of sports. Fans might forget your wins, but they never forget your scandals. For Ostapenko, this wasn't just a loss on court, it was a loss of reputation. In the end, that night on court 11 wasn't just about a scoreline. Townsend's comeback was incredible, but what everyone remembers is the handshake. 4 words, no class, no education, turned a simple ritual into one of the biggest controversies in recent US Open history. For Townsend, it became a turning point. She walked away stronger, more respected, and more loved by fans. For Ostapenko, it was the opposite. Her talent overshadowed by her temper, her name tied to a moment of pure disrespect. And here's the lesson the tennis world won't forget. Wins fade, titles fade, but words can follow you for a lifetime. And on that night in New York, one sore loser tried to take the spotlight, but it was Taylor Townsend who truly got the last laugh.